Okay, guys, I'm shooting my first project that I have produced and creatively directed in exactly 28 days, and I am exhausted, mainly because of Valentine's Day weekend serving. But I basically want to come on here and start doing a vlog about the process and experience that producing something and creative directing is. But first off, I am a member of Al-Anon. I have been in Al-Anon for on and off, probably like 8 years. But I've been consistently going for a year, and a lot of what I learn in the literature applies to what I'm trying to apply in my creative space. And I want to start this off with a reading from yesterday that really stuck to me, that I think a lot of creatives would connect to. Confusion can be a gift from God, looking back on instances when I felt desperately in need of an immediate solution. I can see that often I wasn't ready to act. When I became fully ready, the information I needed was there for the taking. When I know too much about my options before the time is right to exercise those options, I tend to use the information only to drive myself crazy. That's why today, when I am feeling confused, I try to consider it grace. It may not yet be time for me to act. I think that dealing with confusion can look like cooking. If the bread isn't done, I don't take it out of the oven and insist that it's time to eat. I let it finish baking. If a clear solution to a problem hasn't shown itself yet, I can trust that it will appear when the time is right. And there's a quote: everything has its wonders, even darkness and silence, and I learn, whatever state I may be in, therein to be content. So that stuck with me because there were a lot of things so far. I mean, we've been working on this project since October, I think, October or November, with my director, Ashley Whiteside, who's fantastic, and all the cast and the crew and just my support through this. I've had people pull out of the project. I've had to push the project because it's just not what I want. It's not the time. And I think that I have a hard time when I set my mind to something and I really want it done and it's not getting done in the time frame that I want. I really struggle with that. And I think that that really is a part of the confusion of feeling like, why isn't this what I want? Why isn't it lining up? And in reality, it's because it's not ready. I mean, at that point, we weren't even preheated fully, babe. So, and that's the thing too that I've learned a lot about cooking, because I hate cooking. And I've learned that I really have to let the oven preheat fully. I started The Artist Way back in the summer. I finished The Artist Way all the way through, and I still do my daily 3 pages if you're familiar with it. And I'm going to restart The Artist Way because now that I've done it and now that I'm actually doing a project, now I want to restart it so I can kind of look at it differently and maybe dive into it differently. But one of my journaling prompts, we had our, like I said, I'm a server, so we had our Valentine's Day service last night, and it was just crazy. It was so hectic, and we did a ton of covers, and I found myself in this like small period of time jumping from position to position to position to position, and I feel I thrive in that kind of environment because I'm able to hop into different areas that I need to in order to help my team. But it almost felt like I was literally on a high. Like it literally, I've never done cocaine, but if I ever did, I would imagine have felt how I felt last night, because I was just like, bam, bam, bam. It was insane. But I felt insanely focused and clear and just driven. Like there was nothing that could have possibly thrown me off. Which was a really cool moment. So anyways, this was my journal this morning about last night. So last night at work, I felt like I was on a high. I was taking care of my tables, bussing and resetting, running food, communicating with the host, and helping the bar. It genuinely felt like I was in a completely different headspace. As I'm juggling all of these jobs, I'm realizing how powerful I really am. Power to me comes from capability. I was capable of many things in the goal to help my team. So if I can be so motivated in that setting and continue to encourage others, how come I'm not in the same headspace when it comes to me? When it's about my art and my creativity. During service, I'm realizing this. It almost felt like a light bulb went off, or that what God, my higher power, has been trying to tell me this entire time. So that's kind of what was happening, is I was just feeling so capable of so many things and doing them well, not just being able to, okay, this. It was like, no, I was doing them well. And that's when the light bulb kind of went off, and I was like, babe, like if you're capable of doing all of this and you're capable of giving all this energy to this many areas and this many people, how come you can't do the same for yourself? How come you can't do the same for this project? How come you can't do the same for the cast? How come you can't do the same for your dog, your family, your friends? And it's because my energy is not being properly, what's the word? It's not being used properly. So basically, just come along for the journey if you want to. If not, I mean, really, this is just for me to log what's going on in the process of producing this project. And I'm really excited to talk about this project more the closer that we're getting. It's 28 days. I'm like so excited. I have a meeting with my director tomorrow to go over some more details. We are collaborating with a amazing business downtown, Dig Basuda. If you are familiar in the Lancaster area, Jay's amazing. I'm very, very grateful. 28 days. I'm excited.